So, creepy little girls in horror movies are the bane of my existence, and I knew when I saw the trailer, when I saw this moment, I was in trouble. I was in deep, deep trouble. Hello, everybody! Welcome to MaffmanJones Movie Reviews. I'm your host, John Maffio, and today's featured movie is Ouija, Origin of Evil. It is the prequel, but the second installment to the Ouija horror franchise. Ugh. But the story involved in Ouija, Origin of Evil concerns a widowed mother, an older sister, and a younger sister, and they live in a house, and they basically have a little scam artist thing going on here where they trick people into thinking that they're seeing their dead loved ones. But when one of the sisters finds a Ouija board and brings it home and they use it to basically enhance their scam, the younger innocent sister tries to make contact with her dead father, and things take a really twisted, scary, spooky turn from there. I really liked Ouija, Origin of Evil. It's a lot of fun. It's a blast of a horror movie that really plays to the conventions of the horror tropes. It has a lot of cliches, but it plays the cliches classy, and it really makes for an overall well-made horror movie that really transports you to the time period of the 60s. The director of photography and Mike Flanagan knew what they were doing when they were trying to make a movie that, actually appeared as though it was from that time. So there's no problems there. The story, though, as I mentioned before, does have a very generic thing going on there. It's the typical family or a person or people find this demonic thing that basically is a vessel for spirits to come and haunt them, and things go from bad to worse to worst by the end of it. There are a lot of movies that do that plot bad, and there are a decent amount of movies that do it pretty well, and then there's a couple that succeed in making classics out of those storylines. This falls in the middle. All the main actors in this movie do give really good performances. Henry Thomas, who played Elliot in E.T., forgot he still got work. He was really good as the priest and the head of this Catholic school that these kids went to. The older sister and the younger sister both had great performances. The younger sister in particular is creepy as fudge. I can't stress enough how terrifying of a performance she gives, not just because she looks so innocent before and after the whole possession thing, because that happens in horror movies, and the filmmakers know just how creepy she is, so they frame her in the camera in just the right spots, and they make the jump scares and the tension at all the right moments so that you really get every stretch of terror out of this character. And I also really like the mother too. She had a really honest, genuine performance, and she really grounded the family aspect of the movie. The movie has a great flow and a great pace from beginning to end. It's just a little bit under 2 hours, but it feels like it flies through, and every scene builds upon the last until the third act of the movie, which some people don't like, but in my opinion, I was a fan of all the tension that built to this climatic third act in the house, which reminded me of a creepy classic horror movie where things do become worst at the end. Does it get a little ridiculous with the rules that are set and the reality that we are expected to follow with this movie? Sure, but it is a lot of fun, and it is pretty terrifying to see the things that transpire with these characters, especially the creepy girl, by the film's end. I usually don't like when horror movie endings do things like this one does, but I think, again, in the realm of what they were setting up for this movie from beginning to end, it really was a great little cherry on top for a creepy movie that will definitely get to your head and crawl into your skin. I'm telling... Whoa, that was a shadow. Okay. Whew. If I had to say anything else about Ouija, because truly, to be honest, I don't really have that much else to say. It is what it is. But my biggest criticism that I haven't said yet is that it does play it safe for the most part. It's a conventional horror movie with conventional tropes, and if you've seen a lot of horror movies, you know what you're getting into. You're not going to be shocked at what happens. It's pretty predictable from beginning to end. But again, this movie does do the conventional horror story well, so you're not going to have a bad time watching it. It's actually a lot of fun, and the creepy moments, the jump scares, are extremely effective. This is a compliment to Ouija Origin of Evil, but it reminds me of a movie that I would catch on the AMC Fear Fest Horror Marathon every Halloween at some random point during the week or weekend. It's a spooky little movie that if you don't know about, there's no harm in not knowing about it, but if you do catch a glimpse of it and you do get the chance to watch it, it will affect you. Great acting, great atmosphere, great tone, great direction for what it was, tension, jump scares that will really get under your skin, and it's just overall, it's a harmless, fun time. It's a really good horror movie for what it is, and I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's a darn good Applebee's meal. Now I want to know from you guys, what did you think of Ouija Origin of Evil? I also want to know if you could turn any board game, any childhood board game, into a horror movie, which one would you choose? Candyland's up there. Maybe Chutes and Ladders, ladders and chutes are pretty terrifying. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and check out my social medias in the info box. Have a lot of fun on those social medias. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and I'll see you guys next time.